Hello and a very good morning to you. This is Ayogen Morning News Update. I am ABIODUN. We are glad you tuned in with us this morning. Now to our top stories. Court issues public summons against Yaya Bello over alleged 110 billion naira fraud. Court bars VIO from stopping, impounding and confiscating vehicles. Tinubu forwards tax reform bills to NAS. Kogi government seeks federal government help as flood sacks 70 communities. IGP presents 47 million naira check to families of deceased officers in Kogi. Please vow to enforce judgment against Rivers local government poll. Furious Fubara attacks IGP over contentious Rivers Council poll. Falana denies speaking with Bob Risky. Nigeria eyes a 4 million BPD oil output by 2030, unveils new offshore oil and gas reforms. In entertainment, Wizkid confirms he is expecting third child with Jada P. In international news, India government says criminalizing marital rape excessively harsh. More updates on the highlights after this short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're glad you're with us. Now to the news in full. Court issues public summons against Yaya Bello over alleged 110 billion naira fraud. Justice Marian Aneni of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory has issued a public summons against the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, to attend court and answer to a fresh 16-count pending allegations against him. By the summons, the former governor is to attend court on October 24 in response to the summons and for his arraignment, along with two other defendants. The justice issued the order for the public summons in a ruling following application by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). EFCC are to publish the public summons in a widely circulating newspaper. She also ordered the EFCC to paste copies of the public summons at Bello's last known address and in conspicuous places on court premises. Court bars VIO from stopping, impounding and confiscating vehicles. Justice Evelyn Maha of the Federal High Court in Abuja has issued an order bearing the Directorate of Road Traffic Services, also called the Vehicle Inspection Office (VIO), from further stopping vehicles on the road, impounding and confiscating vehicles and imposing fines on motorists. In a judgment on Thursday, Justice Maha issued the order on a fundamental right enforcement suit filed by a human rights activist and public interest attorney Abubakar Machal. Also affected by the order are the Director of Road Transport, the Area Commander, Jabi, and the Team Leader, Jabi, and the Minister of the FCT, also listed as respondents. Justice Maha upheld Mashal's argument that no law empowers the respondent to stop, impound, confiscate, seize, or impose fines on motorists. Tinubu forwards tax reform bills to NAS. The Senate has received President Bola Tinubu communication seeking consideration and passage of the proposed fiscal policy and tax reform bill to align with ongoing financial reforms of the federal government and enhance efficiency in tax compliance. The House of Representatives also received 4 bills were forwarded by the President. They include the Nigeria Tax Bill and the Nigeria Tax Administration Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Establishment Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. On October 1, 2024, during his speech on Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary, Tinubu said some economic stabilization bills will be transmitted to the National Assembly. Kogi government seeks federal government's help as flood sacked 70 communities. The Kogi state government has asked the federal government to urgently come to its rescue as floods sacked 70 communities in some parts of the state. Salifu Oyibo, the state's deputy governor, made the appeal while inspecting the Edeha community in Kogi local government area which was affected by the flood. Oyibo, who is also the chairman 2024 Flood Disaster Response Committee set up by the state government, said that in spite of the government's preparedness for the flood, the present situation in Edeha and other communities along the route is beyond what the state alone could handle. It is obvious that the present situation is beyond the Kogi state government and they cannot do it alone. IGP presents 47 million naira check to families of deceased officers in Kogi. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, has presented checks worth 48 million naira to 22 families of deceased officers who died in active service, as well as those who got injured through accidents while carrying out official duty. In Kogi State, the Kogi State Police Public Relations Officer PPRO SP William Ovie Aya, who disclosed this in a statement on Friday, said the state's Commissioner of Police Bertrand Onuoha presented the checks on behalf of the IGP. It stated that the gesture was part of the welfare packages aimed at improving the welfare of the families of the deceased officers and to equally support officers who are victims of the accidents. Police vow to enforce judgment against Rivers local government poll. The Nigerian police has directed its commanders to enforce the Federal High Court's judgment against the conduct of the controversial local government election scheduled for tomorrow in Rivers State. The police, in a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer PPRO Grace Enrique Koko, recalled that on July 19, 2024, a Federal High Court in Abuja issued a restraining order preventing the Nigeria Police Force and other security agencies from providing security during the local government election. The statement insisted that the Nigerian Police Force had been advised by the Force Legal Commandant's Department to comply with the judgment of the High Court dated September 30, 2024, which barred the police from allowing, participating in, providing security for, or taking part in the Rivers State local government election on October 5, 2024. Furious, Fubara attacks IGP over contentious Rivers Council poll. The Rivers Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, was angry when they arrived at the premises of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission (RISIEC) around 1 a.m. on Friday. The governor stormed the place with some government officials following intelligence that a deployment of armed policemen had come to take over RISIEC's office. Fubara was particularly indignant at the Inspector General of Police as he attacked him. The governor said, "We came here this morning when we heard, according to what they called themselves, the Nigerian police are coming to take over the premises of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. And I had come myself to find out why we such a thing happen." It said they should give voters register. What are they doing with it? Police don't provide security. It is the same thing as blocking the election. It doesn't know what the relationship is between the IGP and one person who claims he has so much power in the state. Nigeria eyes 4 million BPD oil output by 2030 on these new offshore oil and gas reforms. More updates on the highlights after this short break. Stay tuned to be right back. glad you're with us. Nigeria eyes 4 million BPD oil output by 2030 unveils new offshore oil and gas reforms. The federal government has said it is targeting about 4 million barrels per day oil production and 10 BCF of gas output by 2030, especially given the recent offshore oil and gas incentives announced by President Bola Tinubu. This was made known in a statement on Thursday, signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Energy and Head of Energy Office of the Presidency, Mrs. Olu, who also coordinates the rollout of the reforms. In entertainment news, Wizkid confirms he's expecting third child with Jada P. Singer Wizkid has confirmed he's expecting baby number 3 with Jada Pollock, his third baby mama, who doubles as his manager. Wizkid and Jada, who began dating in 2014, had their first child together, Zion, in 2017. In 2022, they welcomed another boy, AJ. Recently, rumors emerged that they are expecting their third child after Jada floated what looks like a baby bump on social media. Wizkid confirmed the pregnancy rumors during his recent rant on X handle. Wizkid has two other sons from previous relationships with Shola Ogudu and Binta Dihalo. Falana denies speaking with Bobrisky. Lagos lawyer Mr. Femi Falana has denied having any connection with alleged bribery over prison arrangement or money laundering charges against Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky. Falana's response comes after allegations in a viral video by blogger Martins Oche, also known as Very Dark Man, suggesting some unnamed officers of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) allegedly collecting 50 million naira from Bobrisky to drop money laundering charges against him. The video also suggested that Falana sought a presidential pardon for Bobrisky in exchange for 10 million naira. In international news, Indian government says criminalizing marital rape excessively harsh. The Indian government has opposed petitions in the top court that seek criminalization of marital rape, saying it would be excessively harsh. The Federal Home Ministry told the Supreme Court that a man does not have a fundamental right to force sex on his wife, but there were enough laws to protect married women against sexual violence. The top court is hearing petitions seeking to amend the British-era law that says a man cannot be prosecuted for rape within marriage. Violence within marriage is rampant in India, according to a recent government survey. 1 in 25 women had faced sexual violence from their husband. And that was Ayogen Morning News Update. I am ABIODUN. Thank you for staying tuned. Coming up is a return of with Mr. Odedokun Isaiah. Till then, stay tuned and good day.